Hi, we have been engaged with Startup Wise Guys for the past weeks. Probably you talked to Karina, probably you talked to some of us in some of the events. You're considering not only applying, but joining our accelerator. We want to be clear about what can you expect and what is there. There is nothing like clear expectations to make sure that we are actually going to be successful. What do? We are supporting early stage startups through coaching, mentorship, and funding. And we choose the wording clearly. We are not teaching here, we are coaching here. We are offering you mentorship, and at the end of the day also, we are your first investor in most of the cases. So that's what Wise Guys do. Why? Because we want to help founders become entrepreneurs. So we don't want to be successful and make lots of money. We want you to become a successful entrepreneur. What is being successful? To create and build a great international company. Why? Because that creates value, that creates employment, that creates experiences. If then there is great exits, fantastic. If not, you will do it again. So this is actually something that is very important. We need to be on the same page. We need to be here for the long term, not just for the short term. We are not here to make money. We are here to build great international tech companies, hopefully together. So once that is clear, let me tell you who we are. Because sometimes you think, oh, we're going to an accelerator. And you have to be clear, you're not going to an accelerator. You're going to the largest investor, early stage investor that you can find in the region. We have done more than 120 investments. Our company has been Fallout 27. Our portfolio value is 4x. And we've been running for more than 7 years, 13 batches already. So by the time you join, we're talking about batch 14, batch 15, batch 16. You're going to be part of a very, very large family. Not only that, but very important for you, I don't know if you have here the numbers, but usually the odds are that 90% of the startups are going to be dead, and are going to be dead very soon. Good news, we have a successful life survival rate of 77%, means that 18 months later, 8 out of 10 of you are going to still be chasing the dream. And that's our chance for you, to help you get in funding if you need it, and to help you be successful and have a chance to make it to the next stage. So those are the statistics, and I think any startup will love to start with those chances when they start the early stages part of their life. So we move forward. What is happening in the accelerator? So you want to be next, you want to be now in Tallinn, you want to be now in Riga, you want to be now in Vilnius, as our guys has been in the previous batches that we just finished, and we're looking for 3 main pillars on our assessment. Are you targeting a market big enough? Is this more than 100 million? And not the 1 billion bullshit that you all said you have, but the market that you can address. Is that 100 million market at least? Do you have a product there that is differentiated? That is clear why when you're going to be selling to people, you can say, and being different is not being cheaper. Just keep that in mind. But most important, this is early stage. We want to invest on you and your team. So we're looking for teams that are mature, balance skills, they have what it takes, and very important for us, they're coachable. Because you might be an amazing entrepreneur, but if you're not coachable, you shouldn't be working with a mentorship-driven program. So we focus a lot on finding those teams that through coaching and mentorship can become greater teams. And that's what we're looking for. We get into a table, you come to a bootcamp, we spend 3 days together, you get this bunch of people that know how to do things, they've been done it at least 14 times before, and they're saying, let's pick up these 10 companies, let's pick up these 11 companies. So what happened after we picked you, after we start working? What happens on day 0? Well, you're joining an accelerator that is proven. A focus on selling. But not only selling and not only PowerPoint, we're going to be focusing also on the product side. Understanding, can your product scale? Do you have the right scalability? Okay, full-time. I understand that some people might not want to do full-time, but this is how we know we get the maximum value on both sides. So we want you and one of your founders 100% of the time with us. So probably when you are presented our documents, you will see that we're actually asking you to list who is going to come with you to be at least 90% of the time. That's your commitment, the same that we commit to be there all the time for you. Okay? Full support in companies that are not from the EU to become investable in the EU. You're coming from Ukraine, you're coming from Armenia, you're coming from Belarus, you cannot find angel investors from the EU to invest on you if you don't register in the EU, if you don't have everything in English, if you don't pass the processes, you don't have your bank accounts, we help you with that. And for sure, hopefully you get the feeling, no bullshit, intense, and energy from day one. So if you're a mellow guy who loves to be patting the back saying you're doing a great job, don't come to Wise Guys. We're going to tell you when you're doing a crappy job, but help you to be a much better job. What do we want to get? What is the goal when you come with us for 3 months? Get some traction. You need the sales to get traction, growth every week. We want your team and your founders to be ready for the next stage. This is actually why we insist you come full time. You're spending 3 very intense months together. If you survive, you're much readier for the outside. And believe me, it's much colder outside. That is in the cozy 3 months premises that we're going to offer you. And then help you to get funding, because 90% of you needs funds within 6 months after Wise Guys to get to the next stage. So we work on those 3 goals with you. How do we do it? We focus the program in 13, 14 weeks in 3 big blocks. First block, first week to week 4, customer development. Value proposition clear, market research clear, hypothesis clear, experiments clear. Yes? Okay, let's then go and do sales there. So how do you market your product and how do you sell it? How do you scale those sales? How do you start something today? How do you develop a pipeline that 6 months from now delivers those 10, 15, 20K MRR that you need to keep going and growing? And then when the product is there, when the sales are there, we need to get some funding. So the last 4 weeks are mostly about, do you have the one page, do you have the slide deck, you know how to pitch it, and continue selling. Because we don't do blocks in life, right? So this is something very important. You don't have time to work? No. You don't have time to do sales? No. You don't have to do funding? No. You need to do all together. There is not focus. This is not an MBA. This is an accelerator, and this is real life for a startup. So how do we do this? We actually bring lots of people international. More than 70% of the people we bring to the accelerator is not even from the region. It's from the UK, it's from the Scandinavia, it's from Europe, it's from the US. We bring coaches that will spend 2, 3, 4 days with you full time, both giving workshops, working with you one-to-one, following up, from pitch training like Ginny, Phil, Mario on sales, Patrick Campbell, one of the best guys in B2B pricing, has recommended that even if you don't join Wise Guys, you really follow his YouTube and all his benchmarks. So working on key areas with people that is dedicated, and then another 80 guys coming in and out that will try to tailor for what your company needs. So you're working in this space. We're going to try to help people from the European agency, startups that have gone to the States, some of our alumni working in that area to help you on your schematics and your clear needs, and then bring in some generalists that are going to give you their 2 cents about does it make sense, how we can make it different. We work with investment. So let's get the investment conditions clear. And I understand you believe your startup might be worth more money, you already have different plans, but we have a path to be investable. It starts by investing 20 to 30K euros cash plus 20,000 euros for the program. The first 40,000, the 20K cash plus the 20K, is 8%. That's a valuation of 500,000 euros. At the end of the program, we might decide to invest another 10K for 1%. That's a valuation of 1 million euros. We're going to give you a valuation that is almost double in 3 months. So believe me, you need to double your sales. Then we have the capability to follow up with a bridge round 30 to 50K. Usually to help you either with the next round or come in with another lead investor. We try to do convertibles or we try to have the lead investor setting the conditions. We help you there. And finally, we do some selective investments. When some of you will be skyrocketing, there is a Series A and we try to put money. We want to defend our 8 to 10%. That's how it works. So we have not only capability in the accelerator to put the first cash, but we have the opportunity to follow up and support you there. So in a way, we are probably the largest VC and early stage that you can find in the region. But I have already been invested before. If you have had an investment before and we're still discussing joining, then we might alter some of the conditions on the cash part. But if not, expect that 90% of the people is getting these conditions. $500,000 valuation, from zero today to $500,000 valuation. Let's start there and keep rocking the boat. So how do we move forward? Come to us, join us, spend 3 months with us, be investable, but would you never walk alone? We continue doing every month portfolio management. We help you with your monthly reporting. We help you with your challenges, especially until you get the next investor. We get all together, all the CEOs at the SYG Getaway once a year, sharing experiences with founders, with investors from our portfolio to work together. And you have more than 500 people very soon in an alumni group that can help you in anything probably that you need. Hiring a UX developer, hiring somebody in Germany to open sales, there will be somebody in the network that has already done it. That's an invaluable asset for you going forward. So hopefully you are more ready to now get the next calls to join us in the bootcamp. Looking forward to see you. Looking forward that you will convince us that you are worth to our investment. We will do everything we can to help you and to make you successful. Remember, dream is for free, but it's going to be very sweaty to get there. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.